Okay, hello there. My name is Alan from SET English and welcome all of these people who've been chatting with me on the chat before class. I just want to say hello to you guys. I think we have Manisha from India. We have some people from Kerala, obviously inside India. We have people from Nigeria. Hello guys. Okay, so let's just get straight into it today. Today we are going to talk about organization. So organizing your letter. All right, so we're talking about OET writing, and I'm going to share my screen and hopefully you guys can see this here. Okay, so how to organize your letter. Here, of course, we have an example. This is an example of an OET letter, and I want to just start by talking about paragraphs. Okay, when we talk about organization, the first thing we have to talk about is, of course, paragraphing, right? What paragraphs do I use? Okay, and also what kind of order or sequence do we put them in? Okay, this is the fundamental question. This is the question that most students want to know when they're studying OET. Okay. Now, my name is Alan. I'm a teacher at SET English. We do 4 hours of live interactive classes every day on our school, and we teach this all the time. I've been teaching OET a long time. Okay. So today is just a short class to just show you a really easy way to organize your letter. Okay. And I want to start by just asking, can you guys tell me what types of paragraphs we use? What types of paragraphs do you use? Okay, so I'm just gonna put this here. That's a question for people in the chat. All right. So if you guys can just type in the chat, I'm watching on my phone. Obviously, we have, for example, introduction paragraphs. I'm sure we all agree introduction paragraph is a type. What other types, though, do we have in OET? If you guys can just type in the chat, I will be responding to what you guys say. All right? So please feel free just to type in the chat. Let me know what you think is. So let me have a look. Let me have a look here. Well, there's a few comments from people just saying, I'm tired. Me too. I'm also very tired. Okay, so we've got a few actual answers here. So we've got, brilliant, I'm going to put some of these on the board, all right? So some people are saying, let me just put this on the board here. How do I do this? Here we go. Some people are saying here, what have we got? Someone's saying present medical history. Okay. I'm going to put this one on here. Everything you guys type in, I'm going to just put on, okay? So someone's saying here present medical history. Someone's saying here timeline. In fact, I'm just going to read these out. Someone's saying timeline. Someone is saying purpose. Okay, so some good answers from you guys. All right, so I like these answers. Definitely timeline. There is something called a timeline paragraph. This is just a paragraph where you would tell the story of the problem. Okay, so that's a timeline where we talk in sequence. Introduction paragraph, of course, we are going to just talk about the situation. Someone here says purpose. Well, the purpose should be here. The purpose of your letter needs to be in your introduction paragraph. And we've got medical history. Yeah, I agree. Medical history, says someone. We've got just someone says background paragraph. So I guess we can say social background. Okay, medical history I guess would be medical background. We can call it that. Okay, and again in these paragraphs, guys, we're just going to talk about like extra things. Okay, we're not really going to talk about the main problem in these types of paragraphs. Someone's saying medication paragraph. Thank you. Medication, this is Aliona. Thank you. Medication, sometimes we just have a paragraph for medication only. So just the details on the drugs, for medication. Anything else? This is fantastic. I'm getting a lot of really good responses from you guys, okay? Just type in, what type of paragraphs do you use, okay? Someone says NXT. I don't know what that means. Tucker, I'm not sure what you mean here. Maybe you can tell me a bit more. There's one more that I'm just waiting for you guys to say, and it begins with R. Or I'm from Manchester in the UK, so we would say R. R. What is that? What is the thing that we're missing here? Can anyone tell me? What are we missing? Someone has missed something. Alexia on Facebook, you've got it. Thank you, Alexia. Guys, this is a live class, so just to show you that this is real, okay? I'm not this is not a pre-recorded class. I'm really reading your comments. So just to show you that, we have a nice little thing from Alexia here. Alexia. Thank you, Alexia. And she's saying requests. Can you guys all see this bottom one? Requests. Yes, requests. Okay. So I'm going to put requests here, and a requests paragraph is where you tell the reader what to do. Okay? So, guys, look, when it comes to organizing your letter, I think the main thing here is to understand about OET writing is, well, has anyone here ever studied IELTS before? I'm sure there's probably many people on the chat who maybe have also studied IELTS, okay? In IELTS, there is a very strict way to organize your letter, right? Advantages and disadvantages letters, we do it like this. Problem, solution, we do it like this. That's not true in OET, okay? There is no set way. Okay, I'm from a school called SET English, right? So set. Well, there is a set way. Our school does have a way, but there is no sort of automatic way to organize your letter. Okay, so when I explain that to students, they often say to me, Alan, okay, what should I do? If there is no set way, what should I do? Okay, so I'm going to put this here, guys, and I'm going to ask you guys what you think the answer might be. Okay, there is no automatic, right, way to organize the letter. Sometimes you would have medical background, sometimes no medical background, right? Sometimes you might need to have medication paragraph, sometimes no medication paragraph. Okay, there is no automatic way to organize your letter. So what do? That is the problem. What do you guys think? I would love to hear what you guys have to say. How should we organize our paragraphs? Every case notes is different. Every situation is different. So I need some kind of structure or organization. What do you guys think it should be? Type in the chat. I would love to hear your comments. I'm going to tell you what my solution is. I have a very simple solution at our school. We have just a way of thinking that allows you to build your letter, to organize your letter. But let's see what people think. Okay, so Pearl, she's saying request paragraph only, or request paragraph is recommended. I'm not sure what that means. Does anyone have any ideas? How should I organize my letter when each letter is different? I would love to hear some comments from you guys. Ooh, well, it seems like, well, someone is saying letter type. Okay, so Alexia again is saying according to letter type. Now, Alexia, I want to say here, look, that's not correct, Alexia. Okay. Guys, there are many different types of discharge letters. I disagree here. So Alexia, I'm going to say I disagree with you here, okay? But thank you for the comment very much. Guys, I don't think this is correct, okay? I don't agree with this. Do not think this is correct. Different letter types are different. Okay, let's just zoom in. Different letter types. For example, Alexia, transfer letters. Well, there's many different types. Transfer letters can be very different. There's not only one way. There is not only one way to write a transfer letter. Okay? So I'm looking for a slightly better. So Bindu's saying it depends on the reader. Bindu. Thank you for your response, Bindu. Who is the reader? So this is Manisha and Bindu. Guys, I think this is probably a better way to think about it. Let me just show you what these guys are saying. And again, this is a live class. Please feel free to type a message. I'll try to read it. I'll try to respond. But here we've got Bindu and Manisha saying it depends on the reader, right? The paragraphs I choose and the order of them depends on the reader. And I think I agree. This is an important starting point. Let me teach you guys today what we teach in our school, all right? So in SET English, my name is Alan from SET English. We do 4 hours of live interactive classes every day. On Zoom, interactive, so you can speak, and we're always teaching writing every single day. In my school, SET English, this is what we teach, and I think this is just very simple and clear. Nurses and doctors tend to really like this idea. It's a great way to organize your letter, okay? And that's what I'm trying to teach you today. How to organize your letter, okay? This is the solution. Are you guys ready? Solution. The solution is this. Hopefully we can find my solution. Here we go. All right. Hopefully everyone can see this here now, okay? And I'm going to zoom in, all right? This is the solution to the problem. Okay, so when you're organizing your letter, everyone, do I need an introduction paragraph? What do you all think? Can you imagine a situation where you don't need an introduction? Is it possible? I think we all agree. If you can type in the chat, it would be great to get some responses, but I think we can all agree, of course, we do need introduction, okay? There isn't a situation where you would not need this. So I'm going to say introduction, always needed. Of course, okay? In the same way, the requests paragraph, I think this is always needed, okay? Remember the request paragraph, what is that? Can you guys remember what that was? If you want to type in the chat. What is the requests paragraph? What are we doing in the requests? Do you guys remember what I said? A request paragraph, anyone? A request paragraph is where you tell the reader what to do, okay? Tell reader what to do. So, for example, if you're writing a discharge letter, you might tell them all about the discharge plan, right? You're telling them the tasks, okay? Now, does anyone here think that, is there any situation where we would not need this? What do you think? Is it possible? Is it ever possible that you would not need this one? I'm trying to do this here. I think we always need it. You've got to tell the reader what to do, give some details, and I think it's always best to do that at the end of the letter, right? I hope everyone agrees. And again, I want to say, guys, look, if you want to chat to me, I'm here and I'm trying to just sort of engage with you. If you disagree or if you agree, let me know, okay? I'll try to respond to you. But I really think it's very difficult to say that you would not tell the reader what to do, okay? And it's probably a good idea to do that at the end of the letter, okay? So this is your starting point. How do you organize a letter? Like this. Now, you're always going to have the thing on the top. You're always going to have the thing on the bottom. So what does that remind you of? Does that remind anyone of anything? The top and the bottom? For me, that quite clearly reminds me of something. What might this remind us of? Of course, I don't know if some people might know SET already, but I'm laughing at myself because this is what I always say. This would be like a sandwich, okay? So how do you organize your OET letter? You organize it like a sandwich, okay? So you're always going to have your introduction paragraph. And that is like a piece of bread in a sandwich. Does that make sense, everyone? This is your bread here, okay? So we're always going to have the bread of the sandwich, like this. And at the end, we're always going to have the bread of the sandwich, like this, okay? These things will not change. And the good thing here is in OET, in SET, in our school, if you want to practice writing these paragraphs, we teach you how to do it really quickly in our school. If you want to check out SET English, you can see the details here. Okay? So, like a sandwich, we always need bread on the top and bread on the bottom. Can you have a sandwich with only one piece of bread? No. So that's the idea. You've got to have this sandwich structure, okay? But the key question is, what goes inside here? What do I put inside my OET sandwich? Anyone got any ideas? Type in the chat if you've got any ideas. Type it in. What do we put inside the OET sandwich? What do you guys think? Thank you, Mutha. You liked my example. Well, this is my guys. This is because you in your exam you need flexibility here, okay? And the point about this, the reason why I really like this idea is because what goes inside the sandwich is it depends on the reader, right? It depends on the reader what we put inside our sandwich. Of course it depends on the reader, right? So for example, maybe one kind of sandwich might be, we might write, for example, a background paragraph here, maybe, and maybe in this one we might write medication, okay? Everything depends on the reader. What's important for the reader? Very often, we tend to write like a sort of timeline paragraph here. This would be the story of the patient's problem, and then we'll often have background paragraph here. Okay, can we have more? Of course we can. Let's see if I can do this. Can I have another paragraph? Of course I could have a medication paragraph here. I could have appointments paragraph, maybe just talking only about the appointments the patient has. You have flexibility, right? And the point with this, the main idea here is you make the sandwich that the reader wants to eat, right? So it's a sort of a stupid idea, but it does work. When you make a sandwich, what can go inside the sandwich? Anything. In reality, right? In a sandwich, it could be tomatoes, cheese, ham. It depends on who is going to eat the sandwich. And it's the same in OET. If I'm writing to a specialist, that's going to be a different sandwich to, for example, a pharmacist. If I was writing to a pharmacist or a dietitian or a nurse, okay? So this is the fundamental idea that I want to kind of get across to you guys today. Now, would anyone like to read a little bit of my book? I have actually a book called The OET Sandwich. Would anyone like to read this? If you would, just go to the chat and just say, yes, Alan, I would like to read your book. You can have a free look at this. Honestly, I wrote a book called The OET Sandwich. Here it is. If anyone would like to see a copy of this, to download it, feel free. I'll put the link now in the chat. So you feel free to download a copy of you get the first 3 chapters free, and it's the basic idea. I give you some more details here. So the link's in the chat, guys, on YouTube. The link is in the chat on Facebook. Let me just paste it on Facebook. And guys, just check this out. OET Sandwich. You can download a PDF. Completely free, okay? Now, let's come back to this. Does anyone have any questions? Does this make sense? This is a live class, so what I really would love to do is just take some questions now. All right, what do you think of my idea here? Happy to discuss it. All right. What's good about this is it's flexible, right? This is a flexible structure. Oops. This structure can be flexible. Let me just put this here. And that's what we need in OET, right, guys? We need to have flexibility in OET. You can't just do the same thing all the time. So this is a flexible structure. You got your bread, and inside you do what you've got to do, okay? All right, so I would love some questions now. Does anyone have any questions before I finish? My name is Alan from SET English. Check us out, setenglish.com. I would love to take some questions. So guys, look, we can have a bit of a Q&A. Please put your things in the chat. I will take some questions from you guys now, okay? There's always a bit of a delay on YouTube, on Facebook, so if I'm a bit slow to respond to your questions, just wait about 10 seconds, okay? So yeah, any questions for you guys here? I have a doubt, says Muthu. Go on, Muthu. This is what I want, guys. This is a real live class, okay? Just to show you that this is actually real and that I can copy paste. So Mrs. Everest is saying, oh, waiting for the link. That's the wrong one. Someone said they had a doubt. Who was that? That was Muthu, I think. Let me copy paste again. Here we go. What is your doubt? Please tell us. And anyone here, if you're watching, what is your doubt? Please feel free to let us know. I'll wait. Tell me. Let's have a look at this. So we have, how can you get your book? So guys, I'll copy paste this book again if you want. Also check out our packages. We do 4 hours of live interactive classes every day. Loads of stuff to learn and lots of materials, mock tests. Guys, check out our packages as well if you are interested in joining SET. This is a great page. I'll just post this again in the chat. Want to join? But I'm waiting for a question. Come on, Muthu. Okay, so if we write... okay, this is great. So I'm going to copy paste this again. So guys, look at this. This is what she's asking. If we write any unknown case to the reader, is it always mandatory to write social history? So if we write any unknown case to the reader, is it always mandatory to write social history? To be honest, Muth, this is an easy one. So I'm going to ask the class, easy one. Well, actually, maybe yes, maybe no, actually. But let's see what people think. Guys, what do you all think of Muthu's question? I think it's a good question from her. If we write an unknown case, is it always mandatory? So, Muthu, do you mean if the reader doesn't know the patient? Is that what you mean, Muthu? If the reader does not know the patient, do we always need social history? What do you guys think the answer is to this? What does everyone think? What do you guys think of this? I think I can easily answer this, but I would love to see what you guys think. Don't we know the answer already, really? You should all, many of you should know this really already. Okay, let's look at the answers. Not really, I'm not getting so many answers. Okay, let me answer this. Muthu, the answer is this. If your reader, let me make this bigger so you guys can all see this. If your reader does not know the patient, then you should include medical and social background. What are you saying? Social history, yeah? Social history, okay, history. If relevant, okay? So sometimes there's nothing relevant, right? So yes, include it. You should be putting it in there, but sometimes there's just nothing there, right? Don't tell them about dogs and cats and pets just because you think you should put some social history. It has to be relevant, okay? So that's my answer, Muthu. I hope that helps, right? Who's your reader, okay? And again, everything comes back to the sandwich idea, okay? We need to be flexible in the sandwich, right? So always think about your reader. Okay, does the reader know the patient? He knows the patient. So do I need background if it's a known patient? Usually no, right? For a known patient, there would be no background required. Okay? Because the patient is already known. They already know the background. Okay? But if it's an unknown patient, maybe background is required if relevant. Okay? So that's my point there, Muthu. Okay, any other questions before I go? I'm going to need to get off very soon. Hope this is useful, guys. It's been nice to chat to you all. Any other questions? Feel free to ask some questions if you want to do anything. I'll put this here, question and answers. Okay. I'm going to finish, and I just want to tell you about SET English. Okay, so we are a live school. We teach 4 hours of live interactive classes every day, guys. Please check out SET English. We've got loads of really, really cool stuff that I can show you. I'm going to quickly show you now a few things, and then I'll finish with a kind of with a little video about SET English as well. But guys, look, if you want to join, if you want to study with me, or any of our expert teachers, if you want to have interactions in Zoom classes, then check out SET English. We do many, many things. So I'm just going to show you now what we do. Guys, we do, you can see this here, I hope. We have nurses, we have doctors, we have different packages here. So please just check us out. 4 hours of live interactive classes every day. Full 3-hour mock test with a teacher, 8 letters, materials, video courses, many, many things. Okay, so please just check this out. I'll put the link in the chat box if you want to have a look, guys. Link is in the chat, okay? Finally, any more questions? I'd love to take some questions for you. I'll stop talking about my school if you ask me some questions. Anyone want to ask me any questions here? And I'm going to turn this off. Let me share my screen. Okay, so we do have some questions here. I think Muthu again. One more doubt. Word counts 120. Okay, this is an easy one, Muthu. Thank you very much for these questions. Guys, what do we think of this? Let's have a look at Muthu's question here. She says this. Oops. This is from Muthu. I'm going to take you up to the top. Okay. Hopefully everyone can see that. Let me make that really big so everyone can see that. So she says, guys, one more doubt. Oops. Okay. Hopefully you can all see that. So one more doubt. Word count. Let's think about the word count, everyone. Word count. And let me get rid of this. Word counts 122, 200, body of the letter. How will they calculate? I know they don't count the words, but, I didn't get the full question here, Muthu. But, please answer. Okay, well look, the key thing is you're right. They don't count words. Okay. So the word count. This is what OET say is a guide only. So that means they will not count, as you say. They will not count the words. Also, it's only the body paragraphs. You're right. They only count body paragraphs as well. So that's correct. How will they calculate? So right. So what your word is. So how will they? Great question. Okay. So look. OET will look at something, the quality of conciseness. Okay? What does conciseness mean? Does anyone know? Conciseness. What does concise mean? This will be the last thing today and I'll finish this class. Conciseness. Anyone? Anyone got an idea? I'll try to explain. Concise means like not giving too much detail when it's not needed. Does that make sense? Summarizing at the right time. Like that. So I suppose, Muthu, what you can say, it's not quantity. It's not quantity. They won't count words. It's not quantity. It's quality. Does that make sense? Sorry. Quantity. It's not quantity. It's quality. I hope that makes sense. Not quantity. It is quality. It's a bit hard for me to explain online, Muthu, but I hope that makes sense. So I'll give you some examples and then we'll finish, guys. So look, it's like this. When they read your letter, are they getting a headache because there's so much detail? Right? That feeling of like, why is this person killing me with so many details? That's where you're going to lose marks. They won't count your words, okay? So we call this conciseness. Conciseness is being short and clear. Short and clear, okay? So I hope that makes sense. Really, really good question. Really, really good question. So guys, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you very, very much. Check out setenglish.com. I'll put that in the chat, www.setenglish. If you enjoyed this video, please share, like and share with your friends. Hit the like button, share with your friends. As I say, we are a specialist OET school. Check out our reviews. We have amazing reviews on Google. And last thing, can I show you a little video about our school? Is that okay, everyone? Would it be all right just to finish with a little video about our school? I won't. Let's get some yeses, hopefully. Would you like to see like a little summary video of our school? I hope so, okay, because I'm going to show it now. And this is how I'm going to finish, okay? So please, guys, we are SET English. Please watch my video now. This is a video about our school. And I think we're an amazing school. So check it out. Here it is, SET English. Thank you very much, guys. Bye-bye.
Usual formal structure for these types of classes.
Okay, so here I am with Edwin. Hi, Edwin.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, nice to see you. Okay, so Edwin, you are an OET hero, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, super. So where do you live?